Hi folks, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm. So I am redoing this video because my brother's audiobook was coming into the audio of this video and I did not want to be hit with a copyright strike. So hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Happy Saturday everybody. I hope all of you are having a great one. So it is time to do the 2-month review of the Kobo Clara BW. For people that are new to my channel, and there's plenty that are, this is the device I bought last year. I got it on New Year's Eve, and so this is the 2-month review of it. So, alright, so first of all, I want to say this. This is not a video to get you to go out and buy a Kobo. It is not. Okay? It is not. I personally believe that if you have a Kindle that works perfectly, continue to use it until it stops working, then get a new e-reader. Yes, I don't like Amazon, but I don't like e-waste, and that is what we get when we're constantly buying. Also, for people that want to know, do I have all the other readers? No, I don't. I don't have a Big Me. I don't have a Palma. I'm not interested in those devices. Barnes & Noble's bringing out a new book tablet or reading tablet. I will not be buying it at all, so you will not see an unboxing of that device because literally it's the same device except smaller. Alright, so last year people were going crazy over the fact that Amazon was getting rid of the ability to transfer your files over to the computer. I personally never used it. I was like, yeah, I've never used this particular feature. I have no desire to ever use that feature. So I just, everybody was getting a Kobo, either a Kobo Libra Color or whatever. And I would just kind of look at them like, yeah, okay. So this is your only reason that you're doing this. You're not doing it for, the fact is they're an evil company. The fact is, But then some people did videos where they were complaining that their favorite authors were not on their new Kobo, and I rolled my eyes. I said, you do know they were locked into that. I don't understand how you obviously did not know that. So after a lot of resistance and everything, I decided to buy the Kobo, and I hit it during the holiday season when it was on sale. And so I ended up getting one, and it arrived on New Year's Eve, and I did an unboxing like I did with my Nook and did with my Kindles. And then I set it up, and the very first thing that I did on my brand new sparkly Kobo was I set up my overdrive. I immediately got on there, all that type of stuff, and because my goal was to not really buy a lot of ebooks this year. Unfortunately for me, I've kind of broken that promise because I am eyeing another Kobo purchase. This is going to be the second book in the Sun Eater series. However, I am actually going to wait until I have this book read, and then I'm going to do that. So let's talk about this Kobo. So for people that have never had one, I'll explain. So first of all, I do not have it in a case, and I'll explain the reason. I was on TikTok yesterday, and there was a video about with a woman who had a Kobo. She had a case for it, and the case cracked her device. Now, I don't know if she did something to it to cause it to crack or what, but it looked horrible. And I was so terrified that it was going to happen to my Kobo that I took mine out of the case. The only time that I'm going to have it in the case is if I am going to be leaving the apartment and going to a doctor's appointment or mainly going to my job. Other than that, it stays 100% naked. Now, for people that have Kindles, I know all of you complain about the power button being down here next to the charging station and everything. I have a nook where the power button is right here. On the Kobo, the power button is right there. This is one of the things that I do love about my Kobo, is that power button position. Because when I'm holding it like this. And even when I was using a Kindle, my thumb or my pinky was never on the power button. It was always like this. This is made from 100% recycled ocean plastic. It's also extremely light, and for somebody with wrists that are 46 years old, I really like the idea of it being lightweight. But as I said, you can borrow books from your library directly on this device, which leads to my one con, and that is that if you borrow books from the library but you don't borrow it from the device, you cannot return them early when you're done reading them because of some reason. You have to wait until the device kicks your book off and sends it back to the library. Speaking of the library, next week I'm going back to the library because I've got a bunch of books I need to return, and I want to return them so I can continue to check out books on my Kobo. Another thing that I like about this device is it does one step further than Kindle does. So on the signature edition, like your Kindle Paperwhite signature edition, your Color Soft signature edition, they have that if your device goes to sleep, it will show you whatever book that you're currently on. This device does it twice, one on the sleep and second on the power off. So if you have the power off, anybody can see whatever book that you're currently reading, which is a little bit embarrassing if you're reading something, raunchy and spicy and all that type of stuff. So you can do things like collections. So these are my collections right here. It's library books, TBR, finished books, and books that I'm reading. The number is wrong on the books that I'm reading. But then, what I'm doing at the end of this year is I'm going to create 2 new categories, and every year that I use this device, the list is going to get longer and longer and longer. It's going to be books I've read in 2026 and classic books I've read in 2026. And the reason for this is that you can read classic books for either less than $2 or free. And the reason I can read my books for free, classic books for free, is I have something called Kobo Plus. Kobo Plus is their answer to Kindle Unlimited. Unlike Kindle Unlimited, you actually have an unlimited amount of books that you can actually borrow. This is much better than Kindle Unlimited, which limits you to 20 books. This one, I think I might have maybe 11 books that are on Kobo Plus. You do of course have the option of buying them, and when you buy them, it goes from Kobo Plus to Kobo EPUB. So that tells you that you actually own that book. Now, some people say, well, e-books, you don't really own them. True. However, with Kobo, you can transfer your EPUB books over to your computer, and they're on there forever, unless your system goes wonky. And then you can turn around and you can read them on whatever. They also have daily deals. So let's see here. We have Explore. Yesterday they didn't have any kind of ones. Okay, so here is Stephen Graham Jones, Killer on the Road and something. See here. Killer on the Road and The Babysitter. This is $1.99. So that is today's deal. Oh yeah, and something else. So if you are borrowing, if you want to borrow a book, they have that one. and I can actually get it redeemed 2,400 points. I don't actually have 2,400 points. I have 1,799 points because I got Kobo VP, which allows me to actually like get books for free. So this one is 2 novels in 1 book. I wonder if it's the book that you can flip, like on one side of the book is like one story and the other side of the book is the other story. And The Babysitter Lives. From the master of modern horror, Stephen Graham Jones, winner of the Bram Stoker Award and New York Times bestseller author. So, yeah. So I probably won't get that book. Then you have my wish list, which is basically books I put on there, and then recommended, and it's always based on like what you have already like read. And then like this is a book called One Poison Pie, and down here it says read with Kobo Plus. Then Caught Dead to Right, you can also read it on Kobo Plus. Not all her books are on Kobo Plus. Some of them are not. The Tuesday Night Survivor Club. This is also read on Kobo Plus for fans of the Thursday Murder Club. So right here, Fealty by Firelight. You can hit that, and it doesn't tell you how much it is. So let's just see, buy now. I'm not going to buy it, I just want to see how much it is. This is $6.54, 57 cents. I have no desire to actually get it. It says here with the purchase I'll get 124 points. Yeah, I just, yeah. So and then I go back to the screen. So anyways, yeah, like I said, not all of her books are available on Kobo Plus. Now, though I can see if Fealty by Firelight is, yep, Borrow with Overdrive. So I'm going to show you how that works. So, because I do want to read the book. So you just press this button. Hopefully, I haven't been overdue. Let's see here. Connected to Overdrive. So I know there's nothing wrong with my internet because I got the other ones. Hold on a second. Alright, I hope this is not becoming my first issue with the device. Now it's just doing that thing. I don't know what's going on. Alright. What the heck is going on with my device? Alright, I turned it off. That's weird. Okay, like, huh? Sorry guys, I'm like, what the heck is going on with my device? See, I don't like it, like when I'm doing these reviews and suddenly like something happens, like, okay, what the heck is going on with my device? Alright. So here are my books. Okay, so it looks like it didn't go through, so let's see here. Alright. Let's try again with it. Okay, there it is. It says you checked out an item. Then we go to my books. And there you go. It's right there. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I do not know what the heck was going on with that, with my device. But that was so annoying. That was also very disconcerting because it's like, okay, what's going on with my device being able to connect to the overdrive? But that stuff is like very, very extremely rare. This is actually the first time that I've had that problem. So, but yeah, so if you want to buy the Kobo, don't let that particular experience color you to it. One of the huge things that I absolutely do love about this device is that I can repair it. One of the biggest issues I have with Kindles, I have not yet encountered it with Nooks, but Kindles, is that when it breaks, you cannot fix it. If your battery swells up and starts leaking acid, you cannot fix it. But at this point, if it leaks acid, who would want to fix it? This one you can fix. So if my screen decides to go AWOL on me, I can go on there, I can order the parts to fix it, and then I can have it delivered. Meanwhile, I'll just read it on my Kobo app and everything. So let me go back a little second here and say this. So one of the things also it does, especially if you're reading a library book, is it will tell you how many days you have left to read that book. And once you have read that book, you can automatically send it back to the library if you have borrowed it from the store, not from the device. Let's see here. 50 Ways to Hex Your Lover. This is due in 8 days. And I won't be able to do that because I borrowed it from the website. So I won't be able to do that. I'm just going to have to wait until the loan expires. Everything else is from here. I do like the battery. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to annotate. So you have this right here. So I'm gonna just do this on the screen. So we'll do that. Yeah. So very, very easy. It doesn't have any of the issues or lagging that you have with like the Kindle and the Nook. The Kindles, it does take you a little bit longer to annotate than on this device, and it's one of the reasons that I do find myself annotating a lot more on this device than on the other ones. Also, it will tell you like how many hours you have left in the book. I'm at 15% of Empire of Silence. I have 9 hours to go. The big book of the Masters of Horror is 206 hours because it is a gigantic big book. I do actually own it, so I just take my time with it. Um, you can read graphic novels, you can read manga. I personally just read them on my Kobo app, but if I don't want to have blue light in my eyes, I'll just read it on my Kobo device. The battery life is really, really great. I had to charge this for the first time in a little bit over like a month. So it was a good time. It was a good time. This is waterproof. This is not connected to Amazon. It's just light. It's really great. But my only con is that if you borrow the book from the library website, you cannot return it early on your Kobo. But other than that small little problem, as well as me fighting this device to get down to an hour, I absolutely love this device. I love it too. I like it. So this is actually my final device. If this breaks, I will just go and get the supplies to fix it and then continue to use it. I have a feeling that this device is going to last me quite a long time. I may get a new device if they no longer support this one. If they say, hey guys, we're no longer supporting the Clara BW, then I will get a new device that will give me the support and stuff. But I got a feeling that these are going to be around for quite a long time. I have a feeling I'm going to have this in my collection for quite a long time. And yeah, and it's a great little device, and I do find myself reading a lot more on this device. I do go and read on my Nook for like 30 minutes, but on this one I do read a lot more. Okay, so if you guys are interested in getting one, I really advise you, if you don't want to give Amazon any of your money, go on their website and order it. And they will immediately take the money off your card. You don't have to wonder if they're going to do it. And get yours and enjoy it. Alrighty. Anything? I'm going to see anything. I'm trying to... Oh, yes. I think I'm going to mention one other thing about this device. You can do like large print. You can have everything large print, which is really great. I had it that way for a little bit and it got really annoying after a while. But as I said, yeah, that should just be about it. I probably am going to figure out I forgot something, and I'll just put it in the next month's video. Alrighty, so I will see you guys next time. Bye. And by the way, sorry about that thing, because that was a nightmare.